The other game that we're going to talk about in this segment, it's fascinating because the Bengals are playing right now, and they're in control, 24-10, 6.5 minutes to go. But next week, the Bengals are going to host the Texans. And the Texans, C.J. Stroud, became one of 6 players, not rookie quarterbacks, in the history of the NFL to throw for 450 or more yards and 5 touchdowns and no picks in a game. C.J. Stroud just made that type of history in the history of the NFL. And now he's going to go on and play Joey B. And this total right now has already gone up. It's the first thing that caught my eye there.
Oh, yeah.
44.5 up to 45.5 here. Because you think DeMeco Ryans, you think defense. Right now, I mean, this Texans offense is clicking. And a big reason is, and C.J. Stroud, by the way, is minus 500 to win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had those tickets for C.J. Stroud to win Rookie of the Year at big time plus money, I'm not saying cash him because you never know what can happen with injury. But barring injury, doesn't it feel like he just closed that conversation today?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He did 475 touchdowns. Look, that was a wild game, by the way, today. And that had some point spread shenanigans.
Oh, boy. Well, you use your kicker, right? So all of a sudden you've got a running back that's got to go into the game and kick a field goal for the Texans. So that actually put them up, if you can believe that. So we'll see about Fairbairn if he's going to be able to go next week. Don't know the situation there of his quad, but he was out for that game. They're going to have a kicker for this game. But it is amazing to me that all of a sudden the Texans at 4-4, they didn't cover because they just took a knee.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to bring that up because, look, there's a reason sometimes why I lay favorites on money lines. Now, I didn't think it was going to come to this, but, because you don't want to mess around with the points. It was kind of a bad break. I did have it in the contest, though, minus 2.5. So kind of a tough beat.
If they got their kicker, they're kicking the extra point.
But, I do think, even though it didn't work out for those of us that had it in the contest or those of you that laid the number, the spread, it was the right decision. Because you don't want that getting blocked and getting in and returned.
Game, right.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, they made the right decision, the right football decision. It didn't work out for your bets. That doesn't mean it wasn't the right decision. But, look, I was impressed. I was impressed with Houston, though, and the fact that they got in a shootout. They got down in the game. They were down 20-10. And actually, I was on a plane, so I wasn't watching it. So I was like, why are they going for 2? What are they doing? And then I figured out that that Fairbairn got hurt. But, yeah, nice win for the Texans. Now, we'll see, what Cincinnati does here and how they are able to finish this out. But I'm seeing some 7.5 out there in the market, assuming Cincinnati gets there because a lot of bettors were on Cincinnati. The books need Buffalo pretty heavily tonight. Maybe not going to get them. So bettors are going to come back when a team's good to you.
Yeah, that's what you would think. And again, if it gets over that key number of 7, I might look the Texans' way here because at 4-4, by the way, the Texans' number right now to make the playoffs, plus 250. Now, again, at 4-4, can they really keep this up? But it's been, we'll get into the, Coach of the Year market and that sort of thing. DeMeco Ryans, you got to put his name in the hat at this stage at 4-4 because who saw this coming? Who saw that they would be competitive to the point where they're down without a kicker, they need a touchdown, and there's 40 seconds to go in regulation, and they're starting at the 25. And all that kid does, C.J. Stroud, is lead them right down the field, game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds.
Look, I mean, I felt C.J. Stroud was the best quarterback in the draft. We're starting to be proven right. I think, pretty easily. This guy just has good size and can move. It was the Ohio
State stigma. Right. Ohio State quarterbacks don't. We can't just go on the other Ohio State quarterbacks. No, you can't.
You got to evaluate individually. And C.J. Stroud is absolutely, to me, easily Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, minus 500 right now for C.J. Stroud after today. I don't know how he doesn't win it barring injury. We just hope he stays healthy because right now that kid is growing up right before our eyes.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.